A big welcome back. So every time I say I'm not going to film new YouTube, I always end up doing it because people fucking like it, man. So I get it. We're going to try to get into it as much as possible. I think I'll try and keep up with it a little bit more. And like I was saying in my last vlog, like I'm going to make my YouTube strictly about my journey. It's not about coaching. It's not about trying to it's not like a salesman shit. It's always just going to be about what I'm doing. So then that way you just can like separate from what I put on Instagram. Like obviously a lot of that's client stuff to like me now. Like you'll get to see like what I actually do when I'm going to the gym and like how I live my life. And like also I want to give you guys like more insight about how like living in Bali as well, man. Like it's fucking cool over here and it's very different to Australia. It's got similarities. It's got its downsides as well, but it's got its upsides as well. Like we obviously know the upsides, like living in I live in a holiday destination, right? So I can't really complain. It definitely has its downsides as well. Like, to be honest, the biggest downside that I experience is probably like the isolation thing is something that I'm leaning into, which is a good thing. But I think the loneliness factor as well is like, you miss the companionship, right? So it's like when I was back home, obviously anyone that knows me personally, I was living with Bo. So it's like I hang out with my best mate every day, so it's chill, but we just see each other every day. Or it's like anyone that's on that level where it's like, even though my family lives in Adelaide and I've got a lot of my close friends to an Adelaide, it's just a quick plane ride, right? But you're still running into people you see every day, right? So, but when you're here, my daily interactions, if they're outside of like client check-ins and stuff, is just with like the locals. So that's one thing that I'm definitely working on the most is, this is GPA. This is definitely what I'm working on the most. So anyway, we're gonna do a lot more like life in Bali kind of vibes. But right now, getting in my pre-workout meal as always. Something that I like to try and do, and this is what helps me stay on track, right? And you guys, it might help you guys as well, but I know how other people they get fucking snacky and it's like, it's a different level of like commitment to the goals, right? Like my goals are obviously they require a lot, you know, and it requires a lot of discipline, it requires a lot of everything from me. And it does take up a lot of your life, bro, and you do have to make sacrifices where I would love to eat 20 of these fucking biscuits, but I can only afford to have one a day. So this is my this is my sweet treat. So my dessert or like my reward for the day is I either get one block of Lindt chocolate on my cream of rice, or I get one Biscoff biscuit. And the reason being is obviously the Lindt chocolate has about 4 grams of fat, but which is gonna help with just like slow release of the carbohydrates. Just due to this does have no carbs in it this whole meal. Sorry, it has no fats in it this whole meal. That means so right in that bowl right now, I've got I'll show you, it looks amazing. I've got the cream of rice with mixed berries, some honey, and then I've got obviously the Biscoff over the top of it. Where to me, like that's a treat, right? So that's something that I get to enjoy, and I get to have that now is like something that I enjoy, and that keeps me locked in for the whole day, where other people are obviously smashing a whole fucking bag of the cunts. So one thing to all you lads as well is when you cook, clean up after yourselves. This is where you'll struggle to keep good girls, is because you're fucking messy, bro. Alright, but essentially we're gonna get into this. After we get into this, we'll kind of just go from there, man. But what we'll try to do is, I was meant to put a Q&A box up as well, but I forgot. So next week we might do another YouTube video and we'll do a more Q&A styled kind of video. That way I can kind of like get more interaction. I think that will be better as well. That way like everyone's kind of getting to experience what it's like over here, man. But it's fucking cool. And the one thing that I was tossing and turning so much between if I wanted to prep here or not, and I still toss and turn with it daily, and these are just like daily thoughts that I have. It changes every day, to be honest. Like I have these thoughts, they change. Like from what I'm saying to you now, like this might change by this afternoon, like depending on how my day goes. You know, like lately I've had a lot of people come over that I know from Adelaide or from Gold Coast that I've been going out to lunch with and stuff. So I've been like recharging my social battery a little bit. But yeah, man, like sometimes I'll go 2-3 weeks without talking to anyone, hanging out with anyone. And it's like, when you get to that stage, it's kind of like, fuck, like sometimes just going for a walk with someone that you're friends with is nice, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man, like the last kind of couple of weeks now that undefeated is cranking at the moment. It's got like such a good baseline of like locals, like all the locals are there all the time, and it's created this awesome fucking atmosphere. And I didn't even fucking know this, but this is Jackson's old apartment. So I was watching Jackson's YouTube the other day, which I just I haven't watched it before, or at least any of his I've seen some of it, but none of the ones of him at his house. So I didn't realize I was sitting on my couch watching him on my couch. It was fucking tripped me the fuck out. But essentially it's like the thing that I kind of toss and turn with the most with being here is like it's so locked in, right? And I always talk about like that locked in mindset. And when I say locked in, it's like I don't mean I'm locked into like work, or I'm so locked into prep, it's fucking go mode. Like I don't like that shit. It's like at the end of the day, it's still like we're still fucking just an amateur bodybuilding, right? It's nothing crazy. Everyone needs to chill the fuck out a little bit. But when I say locked in, it's like locked in to me is like protecting my energy of who's around me, protecting my environment. So it's like I live by myself now. No one comes to my house apart from Weira, obviously. But no one else is coming into my house because this is my space. This is my energy. It's like I protect this shit at all costs. It's like I always have music going. There's always vibes. This is like when I come in, I relax and I detox and I work. It's like my safe space, right? So I think creating that is important. You can obviously have that back home, but when I'm here, it's like I'm forced to fucking work. Like, because going back on the thing I was saying before about there's no like company and shit over here, right? So it's like I'm forced to work every day. It's like I don't have a choice. It's like I work from the minute I get up. And okay, so this is how my day goes, right? I get up at 5:30 every day. I get ready, gym opens at 6. So I get up at 5:30. I then walk to the gym, get some steps in, get about 2,000 steps walking to the gym. I'll do fasted cardio. I try to do a little bit of stretching, but let's be realistic, it doesn't happen that much. That's the first thing that goes as soon as you're tired, right? Stretching's out the fucking window. By the time I walk back, it's about 5,000 steps and I've done my cardio. I jump into work straight away, so I'll do my check-ins, do all my client replies, eat my pre-workout meal. By that time, we're kind of looking at like, I don't know, 10 o'clock. I'll go train, that will take 2 hours. By the time I get back, and then have post-workout, and then I crash. Then I crash out. So I normally end up falling asleep straight after I train, just because it's like, not even the fact I'm on low food, because I'm not on low food at all. It's more so the fact of just like, I put so much effort and energy and exert so much into that training from like a mental standpoint as well. Like that's my time to work on myself from like, not only like my own mental progression, my own mental health reasons, but it's like, I'm pushing myself to the fucking, I'm putting everything I have into that, right? So it's like, after that I'm done. Like I need to recharge badly. So by the time I get back into work, it's probably like, 2 o'clock, but then I work from 2 till 10. Like even last night, I've got this rule with myself to try and create these good sleeping habits where I force myself to watch a movie every night, so I get off my phone so I can actually relax, because all you do as a coach, and people who aren't coaches probably don't think about it like this. And if you're a client, you might not think about it like this either. It's like, as a coach, all you do all day is you give yourself to other people, right? So it's like, the time that I get to myself is important, because it's like, I don't get much of it. My time to myself and my time to work on myself as an individual and my own self-development is like, I get half an hour while I walk to the gym in the morning, and then I kind of get an hour before I go to bed, and I try and spend that to watch a movie to try and detox and just like let my mind relax. But even then, it's like, I struggle to even do that. Because like, so last night I was watching a movie and I was still creating like reels, like cover photos for reels and shit, and it was fucking 11:30 at night. And the only reason I went to bed was because I knew I had to get up and I had to film this in the morning. So it's like, even though I'm stopping working for 2 seconds and I'm like, fuck, you need to go to bed, I'm still laying in bed thinking about doing this the next day. So it's like, my brain doesn't go off work. And it's like, that could be my biggest acceleration. That could be the thing that's gonna make me the most successful, but it's also the thing that can burn me out the fastest. So I'm like tossing and turning with the idea of, I'm just toying with that idea of like, I'm trying to find that happy medium now. And I think now it's good weather over here, wet season's kind of stopped, so it's like more people are coming over, it's kind of helping me a little bit. Because I work so much, and we're talking like fucking 14-hour days a lot of the time, every day, realistically. Now that there are people coming over, it's kind of giving me the push that I needed to go out and meet these people and shit. So anyone that watches this shit, if you come to Bali, like hit me up, send me a message, we'll get lunch. We can chat, we can run through stuff, it's cool. Like it actually helps me more than people probably think they do. Actually getting out of the fucking house and getting away from my computer for a second, because then I can like regain a little bit of thought. And even being away from my computer, it's like I'm not working. I'm still replying off my phone, still sending voice messages every 2 seconds. Like even if I'm pulling up at the lights and there's traffic in Bali, like I'm whipping out my fucking WhatsApp, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's enough rant for now. I'm gonna crack on with this, get this in, and then we can head to the gym, and then we can start filming everything else. when I was first here, I swear they know me, bro. Because when I was first here, when I was training balls every day, I had to go past there because I was living in Prandon or whatever it is. So every time I passed there, bro, he was pulling me over every day. I was giving this kind of like $30 a day just to get past the road. And then that's obviously not going to continue happening. So I spoke to one of my mates and one of the other locals, and they just said that just drive away from them or just try and push them off you when they try and grab you. So that's why we had to do fucking that evasion. It's crazy. I was telling my dad that story the other day about how pretty much what happened was me and Wira were driving to Pepito's the other day to film a reel, and a cop seen me riding without a helmet on, and he tried to grab me, like run over across the road to stop me from riding because they fine you for it. But I don't think they can legally fine you. I think they just do it to tourists because they're the police, right? So they're just like, give me your money. But there's been times like I went in there last time and I had a Cialis, like a Viagra, and I gave him that instead. So it's like they don't even need money. They just like, you just give them whatever. I've given him Japanese money before. It's fucking, it's fucking weird, man. But it's that is the definition of Bali. Like that's Bali's a crazy place, dude. Something that I always say is like Bali's like Mad Max. If you've ever seen the Mad Max movies, it's like Mad Max. I seen a fucking sport. It was a Porsche 911. The other day, but it was like jacked up that had monster truck wheels. You know what I mean? So it's like, that is the most Mad Max shit I've ever seen. If any of you want a good supplement to take, Alpha GPC, not Chat GPT, GPC, and then Lion's Mane. I've been taking this every day in my pre-workout. Because what I used to do is I'd take it once a day. I would take it occasionally whenever I felt like my brain was just like not functioning. But now that I'm taking it every day consistently, I'm definitely noticing more cognitive function, and I'm just getting like, I'm just not as brain dead. I'm on a no diet week, or no diet week. I'm still on 3,000 calories this week. So me and Taylor put my food kind of back up this week because I was running 2,500 low days. So now that I've cancelled that out, we're just doing it just for this week as like a refresher. I don't think I needed it. And I know that I could tell he knew I didn't really need it either, but just with the time schedule and shit, it just made sense with everything that we have planned out. Like I could have been like, nah man, I don't need it. But I don't know, man. Like I have so much belief in Taylor, and bro, Taylor could tell me to jump off a fucking cliff and he knows that I would too. So, you know what I mean? It's like, if he tells me to take the diet break, even if I didn't mentally need it, I was probably mentally deciding I didn't need it because I was trying to be like, no, I'm locked in. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I do that thing where I'm like, you know, other people might need a fucking off-plan meal. Like other people might need a diet break. Like I don't need that shit. That's like my toxic trait, right? It's like, just because I feel like other people don't need it. Oh, sorry, just because I feel like I don't need it, or I feel like other people do need it, it's almost like gives me the incentive to be like, I don't need that shit. Like, look at me do it without it. But I've been good for it. It's been awesome. Getting a bit extra food in, it's been really, really nice, to be honest. But I'm keen to feel the depletion a little bit, to be honest. It's a weird feeling, but I'm actually excited to feel a little bit of depletion. I haven't felt it in a long time. I haven't competed for 2 years, so I'm keen, man. I look pretty good. I'm happy with it. This is the first time I've actually been very happy with my physique, so it's gonna be a very exciting time. So I'm gonna eat my pre-workout in. This is my intra carbs, get some salt. I'm about to take some insulin for those fucking Nova Rapid pumps. We're not gonna record that because my dad will see it. and then me and Weir will go to the gym and pretty much go from there. So we will see you at Raw.
130, yeah?
Yeah.
Wanna pay by cash or card?
Tap, please.
But you get 2% for the tax, is it okay?
That's absolutely fine.
Name?
Will.
Will.
Something that I highly recommend everyone doing is making sure you actually like warm up your rear delts before doing any of your chest exercises. For the reason of like, it kind of just, it doesn't disengage, so don't, science dudes are gonna fucking annihilate me for that. It just kind of puts a bit of blood in that rear delt, which I find, while it's pumped, it helps keep the rear delt, your shoulder back, which then is just gonna help me activate my chest. So as long as my shoulder is always behind my chest, I'm in a good position to press properly, right? It's whenever you start doing these heavier weights, you start to rely on kind of like stabilizers, which on your chest is gonna be your front delt. So even just something as simple as this, man, just squeezing that rear delt, going in, squeezing that rear delt. That's all I need. Now, it doesn't need to be nothing crazy. Just needs to be enough to kind of activate it, feel it, get me in a good position, but also like warm up that shoulder girdle so I'm in a good position to actually train and avoid injury. That's the most important thing, right? We want to avoid injury. We fucking know that. So, pretty much while we're waiting, that's one thing about Raw Gym, right? Is this is not a bodybuilding gym. This is not. I walk in here and people look at me like, what the fuck? Because it's very like high roxy. It's like CrossFit when CrossFit was cool, which it's not. So remember that if you think about getting into CrossFit. Yeah, it's very much like, if you see out there, it's very much like everyone's training for like athleticism, right? Like calisthenics kind of vibes, which is super cool, but no, that's all right. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, you're all good there. You're all good. I'm just going to be here. All right, cool. Thank you. One thing I really like about this is you can kind of use like, because I would normally do this on a bench, right? I don't ever do this standing, but even just feeling it then, what I do like about it is as you press away, you're obviously pressing the weight away from you, right? But as you're allowing those cables to pull you back in and keep that tension, you can almost like lean your body weight forward like that, shift forward, which is only going to allow more stretch in those, and you're only going to get more fibers, right? So you're only going to get more range. So you're standing from here and you're pressing like this to here, but you can't go further back because you've got a chair there. On these, you can kind of just slightly bring your body because your shoulders can't go back further, but you can tilt forward, which will force you to stretch. Even just on that warm up, I could feel that like outer pec just like really flaring open. Disregard everything I just said. Disregard everything. It was good as a warm up, but as soon as I put that plate up one pin, I hated it. Not enough stability. Wasn't enough isolation, too much rocking. Which rocking isn't bad either. Don't take that into consideration. Like a lot of these, dude, Mike, I don't know if you guys watch Mike Van Wyck, but if you don't, you have to. He said something the other day, which was like science-based lifters, they all just say they're science-based lifters because they follow someone else who is science-based. So it's like they follow, say like I can't even fucking think of someone, but someone who's like a real science-based lifter that has genuine science-based like evidence behind a movement. And just because that's their favorite coach or their favorite bodybuilder, they are now a science-based lifter. It's like, no cunt. It's not how it works, bro. I think personally with training, you just have to train whatever you feel the best doing, whatever you enjoy the most doing. But also, I always push and I always say like, fuck the science-based dudes, but the science-based dudes are also right because there's a science behind everything, right? So it's like, you just have to take it with a grain of salt. It can't just be overly complicated to the point where it's not fun anymore though. That's where the science-based is fucked. This chair is terrible, hey? Oh my God. My scapula is like meters behind me on this fucking thing. I don't know if it's good because I'm getting an amazing stretch or it's like the worst thing ever for my back. We are absolutely changing that. That was fucking dreadful. That was worse than standing up. We're also changing this to an incline press. This is meant to be an incline press in my program, but I was just doing it flat because, well, we were fucking standing to begin with. And then obviously that dog shit chair. So let's hope this goes well. Oh, that feels sensational already. I need to move it a bit, but something that I do when I'm training chest like this, right, is right now I'm trying to squeeze my lats, because it actually makes me squeeze my chest. Because what it does is it helps me engage my chest. And when you're trying to squeeze chest too much, this is obviously just from personal experience, I try and roll forward and I start using my front delt again, which is obviously what we want to avoid doing. So if I'm like pressing like this, right, so I'm standing like this, and I'm pressing, trying to think about my lats, like that, my pec is fully contracted there now. My lat's out, but at least my lat is out, but my chest is still activated. Whereas like, if I'm trying to squeeze my chest, I'm squeezing in, look at that delt. Look where my arm is already. It's not locked back in here. This is where I need to be, not out here. I think we did really heavy last week, Wira. We're gonna have to do some big man thing this week. That feels much better placement of the chair. I've done a lot of talking in this video already, but I've got a lot to say today. Holy shit. One thing that you should notice when I'm training, and my training's not perfect either, so just take it with a grain of salt, is how long it takes me to complete a total set, right? So I'm gonna post a reel about this next week as well. Say for a hack squat set that I was doing the other day, my hack squat took me a total of 1 minute, and that was 6 second reps. Okay, so that is like, that's a long fucking time, man. I know some people there are some people out there, competitors or not, that are getting into a hack squat set and they're done in 22 seconds. And I'm like, cunt, you know, I don't care if you get 10 reps, they're like, oh shit. You know, so it's like, this YouTube's gonna be so much, so uncensored and so unhinged compared to my Instagram. If you find me on Instagram and then it leads you to this, you'll be like, holy shit. I try to, it's gonna be different vibes, bro. I'm gonna be talking that shit. Talking that shit. My favorite thing in the world to do. This is why tracking your training is important as well. And I don't know if Taylor watches this, but if you do watch this, bro, I am tracking my training, and this is proof. This is the only reason we're filming this, so I can prove to you that I track my training. But the importance of tracking your training, man, is like, I did this exact thing, literally same bench, same handles, same setup as last week, and I did 9 plates for 13 reps. These don't have weights on them, they're just plates because it's old school. But when I just got in here, and before even checking this, I already mentally thought I did 7. So I would have done 2 plates, whatever that is in weight, less weight, but obviously I hadn't done the set, so I don't know how many reps I would have got, but like, I might have only got 8, I might have only got 10, I might have got fucking 20, but at the end of the day, like, this is important, especially like, if you're not a big believer in logbooking and you don't want to track shit, I would advise you to at least track it, just the first set. If you can just track the first set, which is like your all out, what we would call top set, at least that gives you some sort of progression, and then your second set can be a back off, or it can be an intensifier, or it can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. But I would highly encourage you to track the first set, at least, if you don't want to track everything. All right, today we got the, I don't know, I'm sure everyone's watched Power. Raising Kanan. This, if you don't know who Pardon is, it's Megan the Fox's ex-boyfriend. But he's the best rapper ever, I swear to God. He's fucking amazing. Putting you on game. Sensational. Alright, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 7. So I'll touch this one more time. Bro, I'm so sweaty already. Right. What was that? That was 7 plates. That felt good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to 9. So I got 9 for 13 last week. To be honest, I'd rather go 10 and do less reps. What's that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The only reason I do that, right, is because my rep range is between 10 to 15. So right now I got 13 of 9 plates. Realistically, I probably should have, well I could have, not I should have. Should have done 9 plates and tried to get 15 reps and then progressed up in weight. But I would rather at the moment go down a weight and do extra weight, and I'll probably end up getting that 10th rep. Like, you know what I mean? So I've only progressed up in weight slightly. It will probably accumulate to probably losing about 3 reps. So I'd rather that. I'm happy with that. That's not even a sacrifice, right? That's still putting me in a good position. These are big boy sets. These are those sets where I hear my dad in my head. If my dad wasn't who my dad is, bro, I would be a different animal, man. I would just be a normal dude, bro. I would just be a very average Joe kind of guy. Dude, I'm just... my dad just instilled a different mindset in me, man. And you're about to see that. Everything I do this whole prep, you're gonna be like, Will is just cut from a different cloth, bro. And it's true, I am. Holy shit. That opened the pores up. Was that 11? See, so that was 10 plates for 11, where last week I did 9 plates for 13. So that was a good sacrifice, that's progression. I know some people look at that and be like, you went down in reps, but I also went up in weight. So it's like, total load volume was up. And to be honest, I got 2 less reps with better control. So if you don't think that's progression, fucking. I gotta pump after one set, which has never happened to me in my whole life. Oh, so I can do that. 8 for 12 seems reasonable, because that I'll progress. A back off set, I don't mind that. 8 for 12 on my last back off set last week. Chilled, I'm happy with that. I will try and get more. I will. I don't know, but I'm telling myself, you have to decide before you get into the set, right? I'm already deciding before I get into this set, I'm doing more than 12 reps. I'm telling you I'm gonna do more than 12. I've made it real, I've spoken it out loud. So if I don't do it, it's just pussy. You're all good, bro, you're all good. No, you're good. Sweaty. Last time. Oh wait, I haven't dropped that back at all. Gonna say, It's so much better. That was 11 and a half, so 11. we tried. Fuck, that 10 play took the fucking life out of me, eh? All right, we're done here. Smith machine press. This Smith machine, if you're ever in Bali, come to Raw, just use their Smith machine, it's fucking amazing. The other thing with Bali gyms, especially Raw, especially Obsidian, that place is fucked for it, is no one unracks their weights. Like, Undefeated is amazing for it. Everyone's super respectful, everyone unracks everything. It's like, all right, imagine like Daramitz, right? Imagine Daramitz but worse. That's what it's like over here. Everyone just like racks weights, fucks off, doesn't care about anyone else. That's the only downside of Bali. There's like so many tourists and shit coming through, they don't really give a fuck. It's like when you're at your local gym, you care, right? Like, I don't want my mates to be unracking my weights for me, or like some poor old lady. But over here, tourists don't give a fuck, which is annoying because it's like, it takes 2 seconds and just don't be a shit cunt. Right, give it time, head off. Something I've been thinking of lately, I've been listening to a lot of Russ, right? Which is super, super underrated. One of the best rappers around right now, right? But he's like super insightful, and he has this one line that like I don't think reminisce is the right word. Resonated with me really, really hard was, he said, something like, I've got confidence and I'm not scared to lock eyes in the mirror. And I'm like, cunt. That's saying that, like, I don't know why, but when I heard that, it just sat with me and I couldn't forget about it. And it's so true, where it's like, I feel like a lot of people, especially males, like, I'm not calling you out, but I'm also saying, like, more so, you just need to work on some shit, because I never could do that, bro. I could never look at myself in the mirror and be like, you are who you say you are. Or like, you know, you are the confident dude that you need to be. Because I was never that guy. I was never that guy. And I was never like portraying who I wanted to be as a man. I was never the man that I should be for representing like my family name. And a lot of people can't do that shit, bro. For real. Like on just real talk. There's no, like a lot of people can't look themselves in the eye and be proud of who they are. Where it's like now, and I can only realize that now, where I can stare myself in the face for 10 minutes and I know exactly who's looking back at me. And I know, I have this belief, right? And I don't know if anyone's ever thought about this. I think about this a lot, and it's like saying that I live my life by. And I judge other people by it as well, which is probably wrong of me, but whatever. I believe that you are who you are when you're by yourself. So when you're alone in a room, that's who you truly are. So it's like the demeanor and like, not even a persona, but like the energy that I give off and you guys pick up on is like, I know that I give off that kind of intense, in your face, edgy, kind of like dark aesthetic kind of vibe. But that's who I am when I'm by myself, man. Like when I'm alone in a room by myself, at my villa, in my apartment, by myself, sitting on my lonely, I'm the same dude. Like I don't just get on Instagram and talk shit. I say that shit out loud when I'm alone. Like I feel like a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people are, that's when they're processing their emotions when they're by themselves, which is fine, but I'm not scared to show you my emotions. I'll be vulnerable on here. I don't give a fuck. It's nothing else, and no one can judge me for it. And no one can make me feel any lesser of a man than I am now. Because I'm happy with who I am, right? And I just feel like a lot of people haven't achieved that yet. And it's sad, but it's not sad because it's exciting, because you still have to do that journey. Where it's like, I want you to experience that, right? And I feel like every dude, like if you're watching this, man, and you're going through something, or you feel like you need to work on something, if you even feel like a little bit you need to work on it, you need to fucking work on it. It's not, you don't have that feeling for no reason. You have that feeling because there's some shit you gotta fix. You gotta unpack some emotion, bro. Where working on yourself and self-development is a constant task. You're never gonna complete it, but I'm much further along in my journey than I was when I was in Adelaide, than even when I was in Gold Coast. Like, unless you're my close friend when I was in Adelaide, like, and you just know me through people or from going out, like you don't know me anymore. Like I'm not that same guy. If you didn't like me back then, you would like me now. Well, I don't know. I don't give a fuck anyway. but it's just, I'm a different dude now, man. It's like, and it's nice, but I want everyone to experience that. I also want everyone to experience this fucking Smith machine. It's amazing. We're jumping straight up, baby. Hey, bro.
Okay, yeah.
What's your name?
Arthur.
Not me, bro. Yeah, well, I just started. I don't normally do YouTube and shit, but all my clients and shit want me to. So
right.
I just entered like contest prep, so it's like it's good to vlog it, you know, to look back on. Yeah, but I appreciate it, man. We'll get there, hopefully. All right, this is gonna be fucking heavy. Go time, baby. We can go up. So it's at 220, 35, so that's 70. Is that right, bro? So what's this now? So 20, 20, 40, 80, and then a 5. All right, now we're good. All right. Oh. Yeah, boy, that is heavy. That was quite heavy. But 1 rep progression, baby. If you're like prepping, you shouldn't be dropping weight every week. Like dropping strength weight every week. A lot of people think because they're in a deficit, they have less energy, which is true. But it's also a mindset thing. If you already decide when you get here that you're weak, you're gonna be weak. If you already decide when you wake up you're tired, you're gonna be tired. You have to like mentally decide. You have so much more control than you think. All right, so this is my second chest day of the week. So push day, it's my second push day for the week. So what we're gonna do now is that's a wrap for chest. So I only do 4 total working sets on chest day, push day 2. So now we'll go into delts. I think it's 2 or 3 sets, I gotta check, of rear delt, and then I've got 3 sets of side delts, side delts is like my thing. I love just training shoulders, because that's what makes you wide, right? I don't know if someone's using this one. They're using this, bro? If you struggle with a body part, you should try and pose and contract it after doing a set. I don't know if that has any scientific proof that works. I'm not a science dude. But like even then, I do those side raises and straight away like hitting that and just like hitting like that. Like you can see it, right? Like you can see it in my delts when they're activated, both sides, right? So it's like, that's how I've learned to squeeze my delts, is by constantly like squeezing them, fill them full of blood. Right, so even now, that's burning my delts just posing. And they're getting fuller, like you can see them getting fuller. Like this is fuller than it was 1 set ago. You know? This is why, I don't know if the lighting is good in the mirror, it's smoke and mirrors in the mirror, but this is why training rear delts is just as important. You obviously train your front delt while you're training chest. We all do because we're shit at training chest. You hit your side delt, obviously doing side raises. A lot of people neglect a rear delt, which you do hit on your back training, but you need to isolate it as well, because like this is why I have a good side chest. It's because my delts, right? I have good delts. Like I have very complete delts. That's not cocky to say that. This is an observation. So it's like, I have complete delts, which make my delts look fucking round and bubbly, right? Especially in a side chest. So if I'm like standing up like that, my delt when I'm lean is like blasting full because it's complete, which means I've hit all 3 delt heads. It's not like just this random little thin bump here. It's like all of them join together and correlate to the same, like this big thing, right? Delts. See, like that's like the difference between that with just doing 1 set and not having to hit arms or side delts right. That's just all rear delt work just there. That's the difference between having good arms and not having good arms. Is your rear delt, what it's just like has the tiniest attachment to your arm. Where should we go, Wera? What should we do? All right, so this was meant to be 3 sets of standing side dumbbell raises, seated dumbbell raises, but we're already here. So we're gonna do, so every exercise I have from now on, I got 4 more exercises. So I got rear delts, I got side delts, and I got 2 tricep, but they're all 3 working sets, and they're all, my rear delt work is 12 to 15 reps, my side delt work is 15 to 20 reps, higher rep ranges. This is something that I personally like and I give to a lot of my clients is higher rep ranges as well because it's more time under tension. So that way, bro, I don't even know if you can, I'm shouting. I got my music so loud. I like to give my clients higher rep ranges just due to the fact that like, it learns to be able to create stimulus, you learn to be able to create contractions. Because like say for example, you do a side delt raise and I give you 6 reps, you're gonna go so fucking heavy, you just throw it and it does nothing. So it's like higher rep ranges are really important, I think, for not even beginners, even intermediate. Like I would say I would say I'm an intermediate trainer, but probably a bit more advanced. I guess I'm advanced. I'd be an advanced trainer, let's be real. And but you know, even when I was at that intermediate level, like say a year ago, I needed higher rep ranges purely because I didn't know how to contract a lot of these muscle groups. But now I also utilize them because they're really, really beneficial to, I just believe in time under tension and I just like that style of training, to be honest. Like I just think 6 reps is not enough, 15 to 20, yes, it's exhausting and I understand the argument, but at the same time, like, it's just personal preference again, right? It's like what I like, so if you don't like it, fuck off. You can do your own thing, right? You have your shitty side delts, and I'll do mine. All right, I don't think I'm ready for a working set, but we're going to do it. Oh. That was PB, I haven't done it before. That form I felt was perfect as well. Which I struggle with a lot because I'll sometimes be like here, setting down on scapula, and then sometimes I lean over and I don't care if I get my trap. I fuck around with it too much to the point where it's like almost really hard to track because I'm so inconsistent with my form on this exact exercise, which is something I preach you shouldn't do. So I'm gonna also call myself out on that and say you should not do that. You shouldn't do that shit. 16, that's good, man. I didn't do that last week. I got 15 last week. And I did the exact same for 13 reps on this back off. But I only did 2 sets last week. So I guess we'll do the same weight again, which we will. See where we land around 13, 12 even. Considering I went up in rep range, I potentially would need to go down a little bit in the second set because there was a little bit more energy exerted in that first set. So we'll just see. We'll see. Something that I think about a lot here, right? Obviously, we're not going to film people doing it. People like anyone watching this in Australia, Adelaide, especially Adelaide, man. And this is a concept. You all right? Come through. No, you're all good. Something else that we were talking about with another girl that's from Adelaide that's over here is like people would just judge you for trying to like, dude, like me walking around doing this in a fucking rider wear, everyone would be like, Will's such a flog. Like, why are you doing that? Why would you do that? But it's like, this is the shit that will like elevate my business. This is the shit that elevates me on like a personal level. This is the shit that I get to send to my dad while he's back home, like my family that I haven't seen in 6 months. You know what I mean? So it's like, a lot of people need to remove the judgment of people doing this shit, because like everyone over here does it and it's not even weird. You know what I mean? Like every single person in this fucking room right now is like not looking at me like, why is he standing in the middle of the gym recording? They get it. They fucking understand it, because it's like, he's probably trying to grow his personal business, or he's probably vlogging for content, or he's probably trying to do this to, you know, track his journey. Where it's like, it's not a weird fucking thing to do. So I don't understand, like, and it's not just Adelaide. If you go to Melbourne, if you go to anywhere, all of a sudden you start doing all this sort of stuff. It's just like you're deemed as like this fucking outsider who thinks he's above everyone for just trying to like, and the worst thing is, right, people will watch this and it will be the same cunts that watch this shit. Not all of you, but some cunts will watch this shit and still be like, look at him fucking filming. Like, cunts are unbelievable, bro. It's the craziest mindset ever. Like, people say like, the same people that would, and it's not just about me, same people that would watch anyone anyone out of Adelaide, right? If anyone was trying to start vlogging and shit, whether it be whoever, you know, like people would watch that and be like, why the fuck is he doing that? Oh my God, like look at him trying to be a vlogger. But then you would go watch all the Steve Bumps vlogs. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't get it. Oh, he's on. Which is a lot. These are fucking heavy too. So if you try and do these at home and you are a newbie, I guarantee you can't do this. And I probably can't do it either, because these are fucking heavy. These are gonna be ugly. That was a very old school ugly set, but sometimes you gotta do that shit. I think that type of training builds grit, to be honest. Probably not the best thing from a stimulation standpoint. Definitely not the best thing from a contraction standpoint. But it's like, it builds gritty training, man. It's like, same thing as like old school, the old generation, like our dad's generation or the generation before our dads. They were some tough motherfuckers. And the reason was, they had to do gritty shit all the time. Where it's like, we don't do that now. A lot of people born in the 2000s are fluffy as. Dudes are a bunch of fucking paper bags, bro. Too many participation medals going out. Too many ICN 7th places. Killing them. All right. $15, but then partial to 20, and then I did 12 for like 12 or 10, and then partial to 20 again. I always do that with side delts. I just will always make sure I get 20. I don't give a fuck if I fail it. As long as I get more than 10, I'll partial all the way there just to fill them full of blood. But fuck, this week, obviously the 12s were gone, so we were just do whatever we could at that point, which is crazy, but whatever. Down to 10s now though, so I really just want to create stimulus with this. Like, it'll be lighter, but it's like, my delts are so fatigued right now, it doesn't matter. And I'll really lock down form on this set too. I don't want any trap on this one. So even like that, posing between sets. My arms are on fire off that. But I love the crop. Something that I've been contemplating doing lately as well is moving my shoulder, my tricep training before my delt training. So I would do chest, rear delts, triceps, and then go into my my side delt work at the end. Because my side delts are so like, I can connect to them so well from an activation standpoint. But like right now, they feel so pumped and they hurt so much, I can't even hold that. So it's like, how much does it take away from everything else? Like, this video hasn't been much of a prep update. There hasn't been much prep talk going on. But I also feel like I don't really need to talk about it all the time, because it's like, at the moment, I'm still 17, 16 weeks out or whatever the fuck it is. So it's like, I also feel like I haven't changed enough. I'm definitely changing visually, like to myself. I'm noticing very much visual differences every day. But it's like, it's not as noticeable to you guys. Oh, you guys might be able to notice that. That just could be my like body dysmorphia talking, I don't know. But I'm just not close enough, and I'm not within the position right now to talk about that, right? Because it's like, I don't look like I'm fucking 10 weeks out of the minute. If I said to you I was 17 weeks out, I could be, you could be like, Will's in contest prep or he's in off season right now, just in good condition. So it's like, you know, I want to do YouTube as like prep updates, but not until like I'm getting dramatically better. You know, like not until I'm in a position where I look a lot leaner, like I've got the death face coming through, like my glutes are proper coming in, like I'm still so fat on my glutes and shit. And while I have fat glutes, and how I monitor my personal contest prep, and I don't know how Taylor does it, Taylor has his own ways of doing it. But for me personally, and I'm probably sure he's the same, is whenever my lower back comes in. As soon as my lower back starts coming in, it's just like go time. And this is what we learned together last time prepping together, is once I start going, bro, my body starts taking off, I start fucking zooming. I'm like hitting the ground running. I'm fucking, it's like Lightning McQueen, bro. It's like, it might take me a week or two to like start responding, and I might not get much of a response, but then out of nowhere, you know, like the other day he put my cardio up to 4 days a week from 3, and then we just put clenbuterol in, and I had a massive fucking, I tightened up dramatically. So I respond very fast, which I'm grateful for, but I put that down to the fact that I was always so skinny. You know, like anyone who doesn't know me previously, like I was fucking 65 kilos when I started the gym right now, right? and I was fatter than I am now. And like now, like I'm in better condition and I'm 91. So it's like, I'm almost 10 kilos, sorry, I'm almost 30 kilos heavier of muscle from when I started training. So it's like, when you gain 10 kilos of muscle, it shows you like where I was when I started, right? It's like I was a skinny little runt. I was the runt of the litter. Not bad. Got some veins coming through. I've actually noticed if you guys vape, since I started vaping, since I moved here, and I said I was not going to, but I started. And it actually has helped me from a dieting perspective. Like I can push my meals back so far now and I don't get any hunger cues. Just because the taste but I notice I get bloating in my lower stomach. So it's like, even like now, like that's pretty tight. That looks pretty crazy, eh? I was gonna say, weird, that looks crazy. That looks pretty fucking good, bro. I was not gonna lie, I was happy with that. It looks good, bro. Looks good. I'm happy with it, man. Anyone that knows me personally knows I'm very critical of my physique. Right? Yeah, I'm excited, it's gonna look good. I think, personally, again, I'm gonna be much, it's not even arrogance, it's just observation, right? But I just feel like I'm gonna be much more complete. Focusing on bodybuilding this season, here's that prep talk that we're looking for. I'm focusing on bodybuilding this season, so I'm not looking at doing classic. So you classic boys are safe. I'm joking, I'm taking the piss, but yeah, man, I'm not really focusing on classic at all. I'm focusing on bodybuilding, and I think that when I went to nationals last time I competed, and I only did bodybuilding where you could peak for the one show, for the one category, I could put a lot more time and effort and focus into that. And we came in fuller, and coming in fuller with more food gave me more pop, and I looked way bigger. You know what I mean? Like I had more fullness, where in classic, I obviously had a weight cap, which I was under by like 2-3 kilos. But it's still the fact of like, coming in as a bodybuilder is like, okay, I'm gonna be conditioned regardless. Like, that's not a problem with me. My biggest strength as a bodybuilder, as a competitor, is conditioning and shape. And I've never had mass before. So it's always been conditioning and shape, I've never had any mass, right? And we all know this. It's not just I know this, we all know this, you know this. I was never the biggest guy on stage. I was far from it. But now, I have mass. I have mass. I have 2 years of growing behind me now. And it might not be like displayed now, and I don't know how like other people view it. I don't know how you guys view it. I don't know how my friends view it. I don't know if people gaslight me. I don't know if what I see and I'm delusional. And I just have so much self-belief that the delusion doesn't matter. To me, it's like I can be delusional and I will overcome the delusion with self-belief to the point I make the delusion realistic. I make the delusion my reality. That concludes our full push day. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, 4 total sets of chest, 6 total sets of delts, which includes rear delts and side delts. And then I got 6 total sets of triceps as well. So 3 of those sets will be unilaterally. And then the last 3 will be on this, which I learned from one of my mates at the gym. He told me to go into this and it's been fucking sick, to be honest. So I really, really like it. I've just started trying it out and I really, really like it. It just helps me isolate tricep, all that sort of bullshit. But anyway, me and Weir are gonna start smashing out content. A lot more YouTube stuff coming. I wanna do like a day in the life. I'm gonna do a Q&A next week. We're gonna do a lot more shit. So if you like the video, please subscribe as well, because that shit actually fucking helps. I've never been one to be like, please like, please subscribe, please do all this shit. But bro, it actually helps. So we put a lot of effort and a lot of time, and Weir puts a lot of fucking time into editing this shit. So make him happy, you know? Make sure you fucking subscribe, make sure you like it, share it, put it on your story, do whatever the fuck you want with it. Show it to your mom, she'll love it. But other than that, bro, I appreciate you guys for watching and we'll get you some more shit.